Okay, so last thing we have done is the color of the dog. We have put this kind of a little texture which looks cool from a distance. Let's see it up close. Doesn't look bad. It even looks fine. So for those textures, it will be good to have them a little bit more, a little bit bigger than they are, because not bigger, but a little bit deeper, because when we are looking at the model from this, for example, from here, it's not exactly visible. I mean, it's like a noisy thing, which is good, but it's not. So yeah, I don't know if we should put another texture here. Okay, let's try that. It's easy, it's fast, so let's try it. So UV mapping, work on clone first, then unwrap, then copy UVs. I will not flatten it, I think it's cool. Yeah, if we have problematic things, we'll see. So paste UVs, then go to surface, noise, and I will try slower to show you. Let's frame it by clicking on the frame here to show you what we need to do. So we need to go to alpha on or off here in those corner. It doesn't look like a button, but it is. When you click on it, this will be open. This is my references for my tutorial. The other one, female anatomy, no, female hunter course, okay. And here we will find the alpha, this one, open, and then we will disable the color blend. I always do that because otherwise, yeah, I cannot control the color otherwise. The strength of the basic noise 0, and then the strength of the alpha a little bit bigger, and now we have this. Of course, we need to scale the alpha down until we get kind of this result. I don't think this is perfect, although this is 3D, and you see, when we are on 3D, the alpha will look very good from front position, from where we applied, and then if you rotate it, you will see it stretched. So you place it on UVs, because we have UVs and you have to have them, otherwise this isn't available, I think, and then dial down the strength, dial it down, which will increase it, and then alpha scale down until we have this kind of a texture. Let's increase it a bit. No, I want to have it, but not too much, you know, like, yeah, like this. So it's breaking a little bit the specular. If you're seeing this in HD, probably you can see that. If you're seeing it in a 720p, it's probably not visible. But these little things, I mean tiny things, are good. So let's pay a little bit attention to the body. It's looking pretty good. I mean, I like it. It's not bad. We need to tweak a few things. First and foremost, we need to make pores. It's not mandatory to make pores, but it will be good to make them. In order to make them, we will do it with the surface again, with the noise. But the idea here is we need more polygons. Now, this body is very, very low at 300,000 polygons, which is pretty low. We want to make it a bit higher. Let me just fix this. Although it's not gonna be visible, but I just want to do it. The butt is pretty nice. It's kind of very nice even. This is my opinion only. So the material now is it's burning in some areas. It's a bit too much. This is a fat pad here, though. This triangular thing here, where this line is stopping, it's ending. You can see it in some references. If you have, it's a fat pad. It's fat, so don't worry about it. But let's go to the material itself, which is material, and you can check it out from here, of course. But I docked it, and dial down maybe the ambient. Are we on this material though? So we are on this material, but this material that we have applied on the skin, on her skin, is not that. So if we want to check out what material is this, we have to get this big sphere and drag it, and it will pick this material. So this is skin material AW. I don't know why it's AW, whatever. We can increase the specular or decrease it. Yeah, decreasing the specular will fix our problems, and she will look more like a, it will look more like a skin. Otherwise, it was looking a bit dull. Maybe if the specular is 1, it will be for the best. Yes. So if we increase now the polygons, let's see. Now they are 300,000. If we press D, nothing happens because we don't have higher subdivisions. But I will press Ctrl D to subdivide it one more time to 1.2 million. And now we can, of course, do some refining. The hands here doesn't look very nice. So these bones, this how are they called, knuckles, have to protrude a little bit more. But I don't want to make them protrude too much because I already have gloves, and the gloves are it will be problematic if but we can adjust the gloves later, so it's not exactly a big issue. I will grab this and work only on the hand itself, because otherwise I'm distracted by the other things. So I noticed something. So from the knuckle to this joint here, the distance is too small because it's almost equal to this one, and it has to be bigger. So what I'll do is just move this down a bit, like this. And this distance between the knuckle and this will be bigger than this, and then this will be the smaller distance. And that's the way it is. So knuckle here, distance, bigger. And for example, the middle finger is the longest most of the time. And I think always, but I'm not sure. So I haven't seen, I think, anyone whose index finger is bigger than the middle finger. But maybe there are such people, I'm not sure. So I'm not saying. The thing is, we have to make the middle finger a little bit taller or longer, although it's not exactly super visible because it's bent. And also, what I want to say is that the fingers will be super bent at the end, so they wouldn't be in this position at all. But we have to make them look good now. So I'll go to the top subdivision and now make some just skin detail here. Those are the results of the foldings of the fingers. We have just tiny little things. We can go up subdivisions, I think. No, we can't. Because I see here 200,000 polygons, which is not right, because 200,000 is only the arms, only the hands themselves. Let's make a bit of a, what is this called? Those tendons that are coming from. So the tendons for the fingers, I may tell you, they are coming all from here in the middle. So there, one is coming here, the other one is coming here, the other here, and the other here. But they are coming from here. For the thumb, no, they are coming from this direction, 2 of them. And then between them, there's a little bit of a hollow space here sometimes. And if you do it, it will help you to make this kind of a rectangular or squarish, no, rectangular shape of the wrist. So the wrist has one plane here. It's not exactly plane, it's a little bit curvy but plane. This plane, and then it has this, which is not exactly a plane because we have these tendons that are pretty much not planar, but we have to make them straighter because those tendons are going into the arm itself. They are the tendons that bend the finger and probably the wrist too. And those in the upper part here are the tendons that are doing what? They're expanding the fingers. They're So bend, and the opposite of the bend is straighten. They are straightening the fingers. So the fingers would be straight. Okay, hopefully we're good. The thing is that when we have a knuckle, or I don't know if this is called a knuckle, maybe only these are knuckles, but also those things here, they are a little bit wider than the other parts of the hand. Because the hand here, the fingers themselves they don't have muscles, the fingers. The muscles that are expanding or bending the fingers are up there in the forearm somewhere. But I know where they are, but we don't have forearm now. So for the thumb, he has muscle here. This is a muscle. And you can bend it. You can flex it. But those that they don't have. So they are like bones, and the bones at the bending points, they're a little bit wider. So bones and tendons only, and fat pads here. This is a fat pad, this is a fat pad, also here, fat pad here, and here, and here. Those in the bottom are fat pads, and in the top you have only bones and tendons. Tendons. Whatever, it's something like this. So now, while we are refining the body, I can tell you a few things more about the body, but let's continue working on this hand, and we'll see how it will go. Then we will also pay attention to the face. We'll make pores, and maybe on the body we'll make pores too. And also for these arms here, or hands, in this case hands, we should make the nails a bit different color, because they will be visible, and it's good to make them. They will be not super visible though, but visible enough, I think. So we should pay attention to this. Okay. Just you can see how I'm doing the nails. Not super complicated thing, you know, just sculpting them. Just cutting. And then this is kind of a round area, and then you have an angle, and then you have the nail. This is the end of the nail is a bit wider than this part here, most of the time. A bit like this. And then you could cut it from here. And then with the move brush, we can move it so it's more squarish at the end. And we can, of course, go here with the pinch brush, pinch it. But the thumb itself, it's very interesting. It's kinda pointing upward, and we have to do that. Let's go to the lower subdivision. When we're doing this kind of transformations, it's good to be on the lower subdivisions, and I will do this. So the nail itself is pointing upward. It's not flat most of the time. So it's good to have that, because it's giving us more gesture, and gesture is a good thing. Otherwise your model will look dull and like not good. Gesture, we want gesture. And if you want a good course for anatomy, you have to first be ready to practice a lot, and then check out the YouTube page of Proco. My YouTube page also has anatomy tips, but proco.com, or just Proco anatomy, if you write on YouTube, you will see he has a full course of anatomy available free on YouTube, and he has premium content, which is good, but the free is completely enough for the beginners. It will tell you things that you just saw those things, but you don't know why they are there, you know. And you are like, what? Yes. So amazing. Just one of, maybe not one of, just the best the best course of anatomy in the freely available and also probably paid available also. I signed up for his premium content and I'm watching it over and over. Some videos I watch a couple of times to understand better the things. You see, I'm making good models. I'm not bad at this, but I want to be even better, you know. So that's why I'm watching it and I'm learning, and I want to make my own course for female anatomy, and I will do it very soon, maybe a month or month and a half from now. I probably should do it. And that's what's that. That is what it is. So let's flatten a bit this part here and this is a bit jagged. Let's fix it and then move it downward, and I'm smoothing it on the lowest subdivision. Hopefully on the higher the details of the nail will be there, and I'm almost sure that they will be there, but we'll have to see it. Let's press D. Yeah, the nail is there, although it's not the perfect nail. Obviously it's kind of bad, but again, we are not gonna take too much time on this because it could take a lot of time to make a perfect hand, you know. So we're making not a perfect, but just a hand. It's just a hand that looks kind of good, and I think it's now looking like this, not super bad. This is odd here. Alright, and let's make those kind of things here. It's a female hand, but still females also have this kind of wrinkles. Also here there are some wrinkles. I always forget which way they go, but I think it's kind of like this and like this. I'm not exactly sure, but probably those fingers will be bent. I mean the thumb will be bent, so we won't see that kind of wrinkles here. And the skin here is loose, you know, and it's bendable. Let's make this kind of, this is going outward from the fingers a little bit. There's a crease in here, and those here I just made them, I'm not exactly sure where they are, but I'm just making them. And here we can make a bit of also some creases, because even if you bend a little bit your wrist, you will notice here there are some lines appearing like this. They are not exactly until the end, all the lines, but they are appearing like this, something. And we have to make them in order for this to look awesome. Here also it's a little bit crumbled, this one. And I'm looking at my own hand, because, you know, girls and boys, they are not so different anatomically. Girls have a little bit more fat pads on the breasts too, but the breasts below the fat pads for the girls and the boys are absolutely the same. They have the same muscles, just the bottom of those muscles is covered with these fat pads that they have. And this kind of fingers are not looking very nice. I'm not sure why, but in this, from this perspective, I don't see it. From this, it's looking fine. From here, yeah, it's looking good. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry, it's fine. It's fine. Let's make the nails. Okay, we cannot go any further with the details, so let's go with our alpha brush and white, and just paint with white here. It's too white, but whatever, yeah. And then paint maybe over here and at the end. And then with the darker of this color, so darker, we can paint here. And then a little bit here. This is too light. I don't want this super light. not looking super fresh, you see. But let's select this color again and make those things. Yeah, well, we don't have too much geometry. We don't need it also, so it's fine, in my opinion. Don't sleep. Yeah, sometimes I'm shouting don't sleep because if I notice myself that I'm speaking with this kind of tone, that everything is okay, you can relax now, you can go to sleep. This tone is not very good for tutorials because it's sleeping you. Everybody is getting just I'm sleeping, and you don't learn anything while you are in this state of not exactly sleeping but not exactly awake, and you are starting to fade away, you know. By fading away, you are not learning anything, you are not watching. But yeah, so I will shout wake up at some point, and hopefully it will wake you up. Or I just have to talk about some interesting things. But we're out of time for this video. We'll continue in the next one, and we'll continue with the hand, and then probably go to the body and the face. We'll see where it will take us. For now, I wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yeah, maybe someone will watch this tutorial around Christmas time, so it's cool. But I'm making it just before summer, so yeah, whatever. It's not a problem. Bye.